What is up, guys? Gavin with Get Better Today show. It's my first video, and I'm reaching out to anybody and everybody who is dealing with a sickness from marijuana called CHS. And CHS is cannabinoid hyperemesis syndrome. And just FYI, I'm going to be reading through this entire video because I'm not very good at speaking, but I want to get this message out. I'm going to start this channel. I want to guide people that I know are out there struggling with the same thing that I've been struggling with the last 8 years. And I'm here to help as in any way possible. So hear me out the entire video, and I'm going to give you all the details here. I struggled with CHS for 8 years. 8 years of agony, anxiety, discomfort, embarrassment, humiliation, depression. I got sober and 100% better 3 different times. And I went back to marijuana twice, even after getting better. So trust me when I tell you guys, I've been through this and I know what I'm talking about. I always went back to my same routines, and you probably ask why, and you've probably done the same thing yourself, I'm sure. But why is because I was weak. That's just plain and simple. I didn't know any other way of living. I had no discipline. I didn't know, how to break the chain at all. But I'm here to tell you that I finally did it. I am physical proof of this journey. Listen when I tell you that it's going to take so much work, and I mean incredible amount of work. It will seem like for 2 to 3 weeks that I am crazy and that there's no way this is possible, but trust me, there is, and I'm serious. There is light at the end of the tunnel, and it is so freaking worth it. For you, for your family, your future self, your future kids possibly. You're going to thank yourself every day once you complete this journey. So a little bit about CHS that I found out through all my years of research. The definition of CHS, which is cannabinoid hyperemesis syndrome, is frequent to severe nausea, vomiting, vomiting a lot. Smell of foods aggravate you. You can hardly eat, if at all. And the only way that you guys can eat is to get high off of marijuana again. And for me, it got so bad to where even I would smoke before a meal and it wouldn't even work anymore. So that's kind of when I took the turning point, and then I would get better. And then, like I told you in the beginning of the video, I fell right back off the tracks. And I went through that process 3 times until I finally kicked it for good. Your risk for CHS increases highly if you started using since adolescence. And this is 100% accurate. The only way to cure is to stop using, and to stop using today. What causes CHS? Experts don't really know what causes CHS. Some researchers suspect genetics play a role. Others believe CHS may occur due to overstimulation of your, and excuse my pronunciation of some of these words, but overstimulation of your endocannabinoid system, which is ECS. The ECS is a network of receptors in your body that respond to the compounds in cannabis. Symptoms of CHS. The primary symptoms of CHS are intense and persistent nausea and vomiting. People who suffer vomit extensively, often without warning, and can vomit up to 5 times an hour. And I experience that every day, all day. They also experience abdominal pain, often report heavy weight loss, and appear dehydrated all the time. It's just because your body can't keep up with what you're doing to it. You're not putting the proper fuel in your body, and anything that you do put in your body, you're releasing out of your body. One thing I found myself doing often while I was going through CHS was taking long hot showers. That just relieved it, but it was only temporary. You know, as soon as you get out of the shower, maybe 30, 40, 45 minutes later, you'd be right back to nausea. And it was just this constant reoccurring deal, and I just couldn't take it anymore. What I found interesting, and it's very accurate, is 3 phases. There's 3 phases of CHS. The first phase is the prodromal phase, most common in adults who have used cannabis since they were teenagers. That was me. Slight abdominal pain, that's how it kind of starts. You often wake up with morning nausea, and it's hard to eat at times. That's the first phase. Second phase, it's hyperemetic. Sorry, guys. Hyperemetic phase is the second phase, lasting for long periods of time. Overwhelming vomiting and nausea, avoids eating at all costs, smell of food, horrible eating habits. And that's pretty much like the last phase that you're going to go through. You know, like I said, you're going to even start to figure out, even when you smoke, sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't. Most times it won't if you're really bad. And then the third phase is the recovery phase. And this is absolutely most important phase to this video. And it is to stop using cannabis altogether. And that's going to require weeks of no eating and, you know, very small amounts of certain foods to survive, obviously. Foods that I found that were easy to eat when I was going through it was yogurt, like fruits, small bites of granola bars, stuff like that, you know, to where your body can actually feed off of still, but you don't get sick. But the one thing is, you're going to have to force yourself to eat once you stop quitting cannabis, and that is part of the recovery. Even if you get sick and you throw it up, you're going to have to force yourself to eat, because you're literally retraining your body. Because I mean, I'm sure a lot of you haven't gone through it as long as I have. I'm sure a lot of you have. But 8 years, your body's completely trained in a different way, you know. So once you quit doing what you were doing to your body's going to need retrained. Your stomach's a lot smaller. You're going to find that when you do get better, it's going to feel weird, because you're going to eat like a good, healthy meal, and your body's not really going to know what to do with it. It's kind of a fun experiment, to be honest with you, once you get to that phase. But, so those are the 3 phases. Once you quit cannabis altogether, you will start to get better. Now, for me, it took about 35 days the first time I quit. 35 days of just absolute hell. But then once that, it was actually right around 30 days, I started actually noticing an improvement. And I was like, wow, this is actually working. And the only known cure is to stop the use of cannabis. And I want you to stop the use of cannabis today. Once you find this video, once you see this video, I want you to stop. And I know it's a lot easier said than done, guys. Trust me, I've been through this 3 times. But you need to stop. It is the only way. And my point into starting this channel and posting these videos is, I don't care who you are. I don't care where you are. I live here in Colorado. I want you to reach out to me. Once you can subscribe to my page, and you can kind of get to know me through my videos. And once you feel comfortable enough, you can reach out, and I'm more than happy to give you my personal number. And we can actually talk on phone. We can message each other. You can ask me any types of questions you got, because, guys, my #1 goal for this is to help people, because I can't tell you, and nobody understands unless they've been through it, how hard it is, you know. I talked about depression, and it was no joke, you know, because I for the longest time, there's so many doctors telling me, you just need to quit smoking. You just need to quit smoking. You know, there's a little bit of research on this, and I think that's what you have. Well, it's not that easy, you know, especially when there's no other stories out there of people and you think you're the only one going through, you know, you're like, no way, all my friends smoke weed, you know, they're not having these problems. Why would I be having these problems? You know, none of it makes sense. But I promise you, that is the reason. I found out firsthand 3 different times. You have to stop. You have to stop completely. And there is no, well, I'll try this, you know, I'll smoke one time during the day, and then, but I won't smoke before my meals. No, you have to completely get THC out of your body, 100%, 100%. And then that is your 3rd recovery phase. That's when it begins, because then you're retraining your body, you know, to handle food, water, stuff like that naturally. And if you keep putting cannabis into your body won't learn to retrain itself. I promise you, it will not work. So guys, you have to stop today. All right. Again, I hope this gets to just at least one person out there struggling, because I know what you're going through and I know how painful it can be. And let me tell you how enjoyable it is now. I got a daughter and I got a wife that I can actually go out and have a nice meal, enjoy myself, not have to excuse myself from the table. It's life-changing. It really is. And if I can help one person out there, then this is what this video is for. So subscribe to my channel, guys. Follow this journey. I'll post 1 or 2 videos a week, giving you updates. And I've got a whole list of advice that I'm going to pan out, you know, throughout the weeks and stuff. Certain stuff that I did to help me get through it. Exercise is number 1 key. Number 1 key is exercise after quitting. And because that'll help your body crave, you know, fuel. That'll help your body crave food. That'll help your body crave water. But I'll get into that in my later videos. I'll give you guys a certain program that I went through that really helped me. But what I need you guys to do first, before I give any of those details, is to stop cannabis completely, 100% today. And start retraining your body, because the things I need you to do to get through the journey need to come after the fact, after you already start, you know, bettering your body. Because if you were to start these things immediately, your body's weak, you know, and it's going to do more harm than good. So, and again, that's your point. That's your time to then reach out to me and say, all right, I'm ready for those next steps. Or if you're following the journey along on my channel, you'll watch the video after video, and you can just slowly start following the journey in those steps. So I apologize, you guys. You know, I don't make many videos. I don't really know what I'm doing when it comes to talking publicly, but just hear my words and know that this is not bullshit. You guys have to do it, because it is for you. You can't live your lives like this the rest of your life. There ain't no reason for it at all. It's going to seem impossible now, but trust me, in 2 months, after you make the leap, you're going to thank me and you're going to thank yourself. I promise you that. And the most important thing is yourself. So take care, guys, and let's get better today. Shoo!